Hey people, got a good one for you today that I want to talk about. Um, my channel is called The Thinking Person's Guide to Life, etc. And this one really kind of fits the bill because it's exactly what the problem is. I'm going to illustrate this problem. If you've been following the news, there's this tweet that was out there from a woman who is a Black Lives Matter founder, who she says she says, "Why do I feel it's slightly racist to be a Taylor Swift fan?" And this is on Twitter or X, from a woman by the name of Melina Abdullah, who says that she's a professor of Pan-African Studies at Cal State, Los Angeles. She's a Black Lives Matter organizer. She is a Pan-Africanist, hip-hop scholar, daughter of God, womanist, truth teller, and mama. That comes from her own X page. She's at Doc Melly Mel. Anyways, Melina Abdullah, she's the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Grassroots. And she had this tweet on February 11th, I guess, day of the Super Bowl, where she says, "Why do I feel like it's slightly racist to be a Taylor Swift fan?" Now, if you see any of my other videos, or if you're a student of cognitive therapy, you know there is a difference between the things we feel and the things we think. And our understanding in cognitive psychology is that our emotions, or the things that we feel, are a direct result of the things that we think. And I've got another video where I talk about what are the 6 emotions or 6 feelings we have. And I talk about how those emotions can be summarized with singular words. I feel depressed. I feel angry. I feel anxious. I feel guilty. I feel happy. I feel calm. 6 emotions. Singular words to describe each one of those emotions. And one of the things that tells us that this is not a feeling is that she uses multiple words to describe her feeling. In other words, it's slightly racist to be a Taylor Swift fan. She says, "I feel like." Okay, so that's what she says. I feel like. Usually when somebody says, "I feel like," or "I feel that," they are not going to tell you what they're feeling or what their emotion is. They're going to tell you actually what their thought is. So this woman is actually really, from a cognitive therapy model, and as cognitive psychology would understand her, she's really talking about her thought, not her feeling. She gets questioned about that, but she decides that she's now going to double down, because later on in that thread of the tweet, she then says, quote, "I said feel," she capitalizes the word feel, "not think." She goes on to say, "Kind of like that feeling I get when there are too many American flags." Well, the reason why she said feel and not think, and people will do this, they will hide behind their feelings because they don't want their feelings to be questioned. And if it's a thought, it could be questioned. If you think that it's racist to be a Taylor Swift fan, well, people can come back at you and can say, maybe your thought's a little skewed. Maybe your thought's a little bit irrational. But no, she says feel. And that's why she doubles down, and she says, I said feel, not think. And then she goes on to say, kind of like feeling, that feeling I get when there are too many American flags. Interesting. But once again, from a cognitive therapy point of view, we would say, that's not a feeling. You think there are too many American flags. And furthermore, not only that, we would say, well, the reason why you maybe feel uncomfortable, because I think that's what she's talking about, a feeling of discomfort, whatever it might be anger, it might be depressed, it might be anxious, it might be guilt, whatever it might be. She has this emotion when she sees too many American flags because she's actually thinking something. She's thinking that there are too many American flags. That's actually a type of irrational thought that we call a too much, too little problem. Because one could ask her, come back at her, if you could have a civil discussion with this woman, one could come back to her and say, how many American flags exactly are too many? Is it 40? Is it 20? Is it 5? Is it even 1? Okay. But the thing is that's not a feeling that there are too many American flags. That's a thought. And that thought is what causes her to have this, as I called it before, a feeling of discomfort, whether it be anger. My guess is it's probably anger for this woman because she seems like she's kind of a angry person. And then she goes on, there's another one. She keeps going. This woman just keeps going with this. It says here, after Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelce, helped bring his team, the Kansas City Chiefs, to victory, Abdullah then commented, quote, why do I feel like this was some right-wing, white supremacist conspiracy? Again, use of the word feel. With really what she's saying there is you can't question my feeling because I'm labeling this as a feeling. And really, folks, this is a thought. She thinks that there is this right-wing, white supremacist conspiracy. She thinks that. And she keeps going on. She just keeps going on. She later says, folks think they're attacking me by asking why I think everything is racist. I'm not offended. Virtually everything is racist. Again, this is a thought. And what we would call this is, we would call it an all or nothing thought. Everything is racist. So when people think like that, these are clearly irrational thoughts that people have. And rather than recognizing that they are their thoughts, what they will do is they will label them as their feelings. And that's just a defense mechanism to prevent anyone from really questioning their thoughts and the soundness of their thoughts. That's what's going on here for Miss Abdullah. And I think she, like all of us, would do well to recognize that our emotions always come from our thoughts. Okay? There's only a few cases where they don't, and we can get into the biology and the biochemical aspects of it, but most emotions, for most people, are a result of the things they think. Their feelings are a result of the things they think, but you have to own your thoughts. Thanks very much for listening, and I appreciate your time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you care to leave a comment, I'd love to hear what you think about this. And thanks very much for your time. Take care.